the Haven Wildcats, who they defeated just 10 days ago in Haven. So I'm thinking the girls are anxiously looking for this game, and they hoping and praying that they can take care of business tonight.
It's just as a coach for a long time, the postseason is always roll the dice, because you have teams that have poor records that are done. They are checked out. They want to be over it. But you also, once in a while, you'll have a winning team that's got some things going on, and they're ready to be done. But then you also have the Salina Centrals of the world that everybody remembers back in the day when they won state with a losing record.
Danny Walgren and Larry Patrick coaching.
They figured it out. And I remember one year when I was coaching years ago, and Stan Vaughn was coaching at Southeast of Saline, and he said, "Are you like me and can't wait for the season to be over?" And I honestly said, "No, I'm still thinking my guys are going to get it." Well, his guys got it and got all the way to state and got third that year. So you just don't know how they're going to show up. I would like to think that if we would put the gas pedal down on them, that we might break their spirit a little bit, but if it's an ugly game like the last one was with them, it could go either way.
It could go either way. They didn't make a field goal in the second half. The Vikings were, their pressure defense was good. We didn't score a lot of points either, though. No. So Coach is concerned a little bit about that. He knows we've got to come out, but he certainly is happy to be playing at home.
Oh, absolutely. First time since 2008, as far as I can tell, that we had a home game, and in that one we beat Wamego here in 2008 on the way to a salty season, pretty good season at 13-9. So, and if we win, the last 14-win season was 2007. I spent a lot of yearbook diving the last couple of days to try to find out some more facts. But the girls having a really good season here.
They are, and they're primed and ready. They had a good practice today. Coach came in and talked to me a little bit after practice, so I got an interview coming up a little later on. But, yeah, it's going to be exciting. We'll take our first timeout, a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back to have more pregame for you. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball. Back after this 1-minute timeout.
Carlson Accounting, Inc. in Lindsborg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax and e-file services, and business advisory services. Serving Central Kansas since 1983. A proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association has empowered seniors creatively, spiritually, and emotionally to do what they do best. We have grown and expanded services and are pleased to announce our new name, Bethany Village. Join us in the art of living in Lindsborg. Visit BethanyVillageKS.com.
I really appreciate the faculty and staff here at Bethany. They care about their students and they're helping them achieve their goals and to be successful.
It's a Christian-based college, and I felt that he was in the right hands when I left him here.
We chose Bethany College so my son could have a good life.
If you want inspired learning at an affordable price, choose Bethany College. Learn more about your good life at bethanylb.edu.
If it's game day, it's on at the Old Stuga in Lindsborg. Streaming all the Smoky Valley and Bethany games, you won't miss a play. Come in to pregame or to celebrate after the game. The Old Stuga in downtown Lindsborg, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
Before I forget it, I want to get in our sponsors, Harry Malari, Smoky Valley Booster Club, CNL Heating and Cooling, Phoenix Restoration and Roofing, Farmers State Bank, Kirk Christian's Funeral Home, Dower Welding and Machine, Archer, Bank of Tescott, Lindsborg Family Dental Care, Dr. Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Arn Reinert CPA, Midway Motors, Gallant Tire and Auto, People's Bank and Trust, Farm Bureau, Mari Loader, Caldwell Banker Realty, Old Stuga, and Lindsborg Realty, Liz Nahodny, owner broker. Halstead ended up being the number 1 seed in our Substate. They play Lions tonight. We take on Haven tonight. Southeast of Saline is the 2 seed. They take on Kingman tonight. And Heston, the number 3 seed, takes on Ellsworth. You'd think the seeded team should all win, but like you said, you never know.
Yeah, and that is really it. And you can think of all those years when you've been around and you got an 8 seed knocks off a 1 seed. That's not uncommon.
No.
And that's part of the fun. If I'm Coach Roper and I was in that situation before, hey, we're all 0-0 now. We just got to do our thing a little bit better see what happens.
See what happens. No question. The Haven Wildcats did not have a scorer in double figures. Their leading scorer is his daughter, Reese Roper. She only had 3 points in that game on a three-pointer. She never got fouled enough to make a free throw. Didn't have a 2-point bucket. She had 1 3. Their big girl inside, McGuire Estelle, she had 8 points. And one of the Bronner girls, one of them had 7 points, but they fouled out. They got in some foul trouble. They play a pressure defense, and Coach knows about that. We're going to have to take care of the ball tonight.
We will have to handle it. We did not handle it against them last time. If I remember right, I was looking at most of the stats. I didn't catch the turnovers, but I think it was 26.
No.
It wasn't?
No, we didn't have more than about 15 or 18.
Okay.
So we handled it, but they got fouled. That's where their fouls came from, is out front. So a lot of their fouls came out front. On the other hand, Adrian Hazelwood led the Vikings with 12 points that night, so she was the leading scorer, and she's had a phenomenal freshman year.
She really has, and she's lately there's been a couple games she's played probably the best I've seen her play. I haven't seen every single game, but really slowed down her pace a little bit, really doing it, not forcing things, but taking what they gave her.
And then the Vikings came in here in their final home game. They played Pratt, and wow, did they spread out the scoring in that one. Ellie Brumbaugh got hot from beyond the arc. She had 4 3-pointers that night. Claire Broxman inside, who has been playing good as of late, had 8 points, but McKinley Johnson had 5, Avery Vanderweg had 5, Abby Rose had 5, so I think 11 out of the 12 girls scored that night, and that was encouraging to coach. They're ready to really make this a team effort.
And they are. Since losing back-to-back games to state-ranked Clay Center and Hillsboro, we've been on a tear. We've won 5 out of 6 and 3 in a row, and just what I know he was hoping to win 3 in a row coming into the Substate. And maybe you can't erase the positive feelings that gives young kids.
No question about that. Had a chance to talk to Coach Vanderweg. Have that for you in a little bit. We got a commercial. We'll be back with final thoughts and tip-off. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball.
Smoky Valley Chiropractic. Dr. Daryl Loader has been on the Viking sidelines since 1995. A doctor with advanced certification in both wellness and sports injury management, he is the resident expert in the Smoky Valley, helping others live long, active, healthy lives since 1995. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bank of Tuscan. Come see us for all your home loan needs in the Smoky Valley, including construction loans at Stockholm Estates. Equal housing lender, NMLS 403648. Member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tuscan.
And welcome back to more Viking pregame. Don Binks along with Coach Larry Vanderweg. As you get to where you wanted to be, everybody gets a first-round game. You 12 or 13 wins on the season. It's a good milestone. But looking back at your last game, you handled Pratt pretty well.
Yeah, the first quarter didn't go very well. I think we were up 6-5. I mean, the positive thing is we outscored them every quarter, but we had only put 6 points on the board the first quarter, and really the first part of the second quarter. But from there on, we played a pretty darn good ball game. And that second half, we shot as good as we've shot the ball all year. So it really, hopefully that momentum will carry over to tonight, even though we're almost a week in between the games. But yeah, we felt pretty good coming out of that game.
Nice to have a home Substate game that starts the postseason now, game 1 at home, and a team that in Haven, you played at their place. You didn't particularly play well, but you played exceedingly well.
One of our team goals was to host a first-round Substate game. That meaning that you're in the top 4 of the 8-team tournament, and our girls met that goal. That's a big piece. We haven't hosted a game in a long time around here at Substate, so we're excited about that. There's going to be a big crowd. I think they're going to allow up to 500 people. And it'll be interesting to see what impact that may have. I haven't had that many people in the stands. But we're excited for the opportunity for our time to shine here. And I think the girls will rise to the occasion. You're right. We didn't shoot the ball well at Haven, and neither did they. We were about 20%, and they were 15% for the game. So nowhere to go but up, probably. Hopefully. You hope it can't get worse. And that's what scares me about it a little bit. Haven didn't make a field goal the whole second half, and that probably isn't going to happen again. I mean, some of that was our defense, some of that they were just off. And Reese Roper, number 5, is their main scorer, and she was just off that. I went 1 for 13. So we have to assume it's not going to go like that again. Hope it does, but assume it won't. But we can play better too, and that's what's exciting about our team.
Yeah, you can isolate different people defensively on her so she can get started. And you match up good. Claire Broxman's playing really good inside.
She is, and she really matched up well with McGuire Estelle, number 42. She's her 5'11" post.
Strong gal.
Strong, but likes to play around the high post area. And Claire defended her very well, and Bree Pretty, when she came in, did as well. They did a lot of middle screening of our middle defender and tried to wrap Estelle around. And all night long, Claire and Bree just undercut the screen and knocked the ball away. And we're going to need that kind of effort tonight to keep it out of her hands, because if she gets it down in that low block area, she's going to be tough to stop.
And you played through a lot of pressure from their guards.
We did. I think we grew up a lot strength-wise and toughness-wise from a guard standpoint that night, and we're going to need it again tonight. I anticipate a physical game, and we're going to have to handle the ball. And if we can stay strong with the ball and attack their defense, whether it's a man or zone, it'll neutralize that pressure and the physicality that they want to put on us. And that's what happened down at their place as the game went on. Our guards neutralized that pressure, and you could tell it just demoralized them, because either the officials would call a foul because of the pressure, hand checking, the forearms, or it just wouldn't have any effect on us, and we'd end up getting a good shot and scoring, and you could tell it just demoralized them. And so hopefully you see that again tonight.
And that poses the question, what do you do for keys to victory?
Again, I think defensively it's going to be the rebounding. We've gotten better about boxing out and limiting rebounds. And so we're going to have to limit their second chances. They're going to miss shots. And if we can do what we did down there and limit second chance opportunities, that'll be huge. And then offensively, it's just handle their pressure, their on-ball pressure. And if we can attack their offense off the dribble, handling their pressure, we'll get the shots we need.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Donnie.
Larry Van Dwig of the Vikings. We'll be back with more pregame right after this.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Biegert, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, located at 216 North Harrison Street, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym Dumping. I'm Jay Myers. Other games going on in the league for Substate. Hillsboro is the number 1 seed in their Substate. They take on El Saline tomorrow night. I've already mentioned our games in our league. Larned is taking on number 1 Hugoton in their Substate. That is hosted at Larned, so that's a 8 versus a 1, so we'll see how that one goes. Hoisington takes on Holcomb in that Substate as well. And then in the 4A Substate, Nickerson is the number 1 seed. They take on the winner of McPherson and Pratt. And that game is Tuesday, and then Nickerson will play that winner right away on Wednesday. So that's how our league girls match up in their substates around the area. It's time for a national anthem, so we'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starters and the tip-off of tonight's game. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball back after this 1-minute timeout.
One of the most a positive experience by being courteous and respectful to all players and officials, we can help assure high school activities are indeed the other half of education. At this time, the Smoky Valley High School Pep Band will play the national anthem. Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Wildcats, it's a 5'4" senior, number 1, Carly Arnold. A 5'4" sophomore, number 3, Brianne Bronner. A 5'6" junior, number 5, Reese Roper. A 5'7" senior, number 12,
Bree Bronner. She's a 5'4" sophomore. Leading scorer is number 5, Reese Roper. Although she only had 3 against us last time, she's a dangerous shooter, 5'6" junior. A senior at 5'7", number 12, Brooke Bronner. And then their leading rebounders, a 5'11" senior, number 42, McGuire Estill.
So it's Arnold, Bronner, Roper, Bronner, and Estill. And how about our Vikings tonight?
Well, a lineup coach has gone with for a while here lately. It's 0, McKinley Johnson, the 5'7" senior. Number 1, Ellie Brumbaugh, 5'3" senior. Another senior at 5'6", number 11, Carrington Haxton. The 5'7" freshman, number 23, Adrian Hazelwood. And a 5'9" senior has played pretty good minutes lately, number 24, Claire Brocksterman.
Before Coach Vanderweg, he's going to send out Johnson, Brumbaugh, Haxton, Hazelwood, and Brocksterman. And the Vikings are in their home white uniforms, black lettering, black numerals, trimmed in orange and black and white SV on the side of the pants.
And please, anybody related to Claire Blocksterman, I didn't mean to imply that she wasn't playing well before then. She's just stepped her game up a bit lately.
No question about that. Haven in their black uniforms with white lettering, white numerals, trimmed in gold, and a Wildcat and a little bit of gold and black. And we'll continue on like we did in the regular season. Visiting team gets the ball first, so we're underway. Haven will be shooting at the west end of Smoky Valley Gym. Bronner puts it in play to Roper, and we're underway. Vikings will come out man-to-man this possession. Bronner has it near side, looking for Estelle inside. Bronner drives, shot up, no. Rebound weak side, Carrington Haxton. Nice weak side rebound. Good block out by Carrington.
Really good positioning on the defense and on the boards by all of them.
Hazelwood has it far side wing, gets it off to Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. They're playing man-to-man as well. Johnson needs some help, goes out to Brocksterman. Brocksterman looking for a cutter. Goes to Haxton on the side. 30 seconds gone. First Viking possession. Still no score in the ball game. Haxton in a little trouble. Goes out to Johnson. They'll reset the offense between the circles.
Well, they've got Reese Roper all over Adrian Hazelwood right now.
Off it goes to Ellie Brumbaugh. Bounce pass inside to Brocksterman. She comes away with the ball. Gets hacked inside. Strong with the ball, though. Didn't get a turnover. Here's Brumbaugh. She'll launch a 3-ball. Too strong. Oh!
Good start.
An Arn Reinert CPA three-pointer. I read it. I thought it was going to be long, and she nailed it.
Oh, she tagged that one. Good start for the Vikes.
1 minute gone. Vikings up 3-0. Bronner gets it off to her sister, Bronner. Off it goes to Arnold, who loses the handle momentarily, but doesn't turn it over. In the lane to Bronner. Good defense, McKinley Johnson. Outside it goes to Brianna Bronner. Top of the corner to Nicole Bronner, or Brooke Bronner. Roper has it on the far wing. Goes back to Bronner. Inside to Estelle. Her shot up and good.
Hey, that was pretty nifty offense by them.
3-2. They score with 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. Hazelwood slowly across the timeline. Goes to Brocksterman near side. On the dribble, Estelle guarded her, but way away from her. Off it goes to Brumbaugh, far side wing. Her dribble drive baseline. Shot up. Too strong. Rebound, though. Brocksterman. And good!
Follow.
Claire Brocksterman finds the ball.
Boy, her positioning on that was beautiful. She had the ball outside, flipped it over to Ellie. They were playing tight. She beat them on a drive, and Claire followed her in, got the rebound, got the stick back, and won.
And that foul goes against their big girl inside and makes the and one. So it's a 6-2 lead for the Vikings at the 6-minute mark. Arnold comes into the front court, gets it off to Estelle, comes over near side to Roper. Roper right in front of the Viking bench, goes into Bronner. Good defense, McKinley.
Really good defense.
Out to Roper, she's going to launch a 3-ball. Got a friendly roll, but doesn't get it to go. Bronner inside, loses the handle, and we're going to have a foul called. Oh, got the emergency lights going on.
Well,
somebody hit
something by accident or accidentally on purpose. We don't know, but
we don't know if
they'll hold it up. Yeah, they'll get it. Kai was on a sprint. Kai Swisher.
So the emergency lighting going on here, the little flashing lights going on in different places. It might take a minute or two to come out. Again, boys play tomorrow night. Our boys play in the bracket tomorrow night. I got that here somewhere in all amongst the papers I got there, and let the girls have a timeout here for a minute. I didn't also talk about the Vikings scoring averages. They're led in scoring by Ellie Brumbaugh at 9.2, Adrian Hazelwood at 9.5 after 19 games, 4.8 for Carrington Haxton and McKinley Johnson. So maybe we're going to have to evacuate maybe for a second.
Oh, there may be an issue in the kitchen. They are evacuating the gym.
So we may have to evacuate. Jared, we're going to hang on here for a moment and find out what we actually need to do.
I did see a fire extinguisher go back into the concession stand area, so that or the kitchen area. I'm not sure we're having concessions, but apparently might be a legitimate issue. So
Okay. So, Jared, let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll see if we can clarify what's going on in a minute. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball back after this 1-minute timeout.
First Bank Kansas is a proud sponsor of sports in the Smoky Valley. First Bank Kansas is community-focused and customer-driven, with locations in Lindsborg, Salina, and McPherson. Bank with confidence at First Bank Kansas.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association has empowered seniors creatively, spiritually, and emotionally to do what they do best. We have grown and expanded services and are pleased to announce our new name, Bethany Village. Join us in the art of living in Lindsborg. Visit BethanyVillageKS.com.
Farmers State Bank of Lindsborg, located at 447 Harrison Street, is proud to support the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Sweet.
Loose duck in here. Okay, so if you're still watching, we did have a fire in the kitchen. It was the dishwasher. It must have been a really bad short because the heating unit burst into flames. Everything's under control, but there's still a lot of smoke. We've got, the fire's obviously out. Everything's fine. We just got to get the smoke cleared out and we'll get back underway. So it'll be just a little bit yet. We got to get everybody back in the gym and all that good stuff and get the floor cleaned back up, but I don't know if you can see the haze across the gym here, a little bit of smoke. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on the stream, but anyway, that's what's going on. Everybody's safe. Just a lot of excitement for tonight. So we'll get back underway here shortly. Thanks, guys. Again, the intention is to get the smoke out of the gym and get things cleaned up so we can get back underway. That's the intention right now. We're trying to figure out how to do that with air handlers and ventilation. So it'll be just a little bit longer. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I'm going to turn down the volume now.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, we got to warm up. Okay.
This is Countdown to Tip-Off. The Smoky Valley Vikings pregame show starts now. Coming up, keys to victory, a chat with the coach, and starting lineups. This is Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back, finally, to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binks along with Jay Myers, as we've experienced something that in all the years that you and I have been around sports, we've never seen anything like this before.
Now all I wonder is, are they paying us by the hour tonight?
I think so.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Wow, yes, unusual. We thought it was a fire. Somebody pulled it.
Just the alarm going off.
Yeah, and, well, it was a dishwasher in the kitchen, so they had to clear everybody and clear the smoke, and that electrical stuff stinks to high heaven, so we'll probably all have to wash all our clothes.
Yeah, roughly 10 after 7 is when the alarm started going off. There's 5:45 left to go in the first quarter. The Vikings are ahead 6-2, so that's a good thing, but both teams are back on the court warming up, and I don't know, if you're a home team, it's a little bit more favorable, but it's just so unusual that I don't think it favors one team over the other.
No, yeah. Whoever's focused is going to get refocused, and our Viking girls had come out pretty stout to start with, and both teams looked like they had a little pep. They were both playing good defense.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
So we'll see what happens, but yeah, it doesn't really favor one over the other, I wouldn't think.
No, I don't think so either. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, be back and talk a little bit more about what's happened so far in the game. You're listening to the Smoky Valley basketball back after this 1-minute timeout.
Trust your Smoky Valley real estate needs to Mari Loader of Coldwell Banker and Piper Winger Realtors. A Smoky Valley business owner since 1995 and a community volunteer, no one knows the entire Smoky Valley area the way that Mari does. Call her for your real estate needs. Call Mari, call it sold. Carlson Accounting, Inc. in Lindsborg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax and e-file services, and business advisory services. Serving Central Kansas since 1983. A proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Ask for KSHSAA.
Warning. Free KSHSAA checking may lead to a rise in disposable income due to cashback on everyday debit card purchases, refunds on ATM fees, and elimination of so-called service fees. Increased satisfaction may result while operating your debit card. If you suffer from chronic money loss, search for KSHSAA online.
This has been a financial health advisory courtesy of KSHSAA. It's like money medicine for your shopping habit.
Offered locally at the Bank of Tuscan. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binks along with Jay Myers. We got Jared Bass working the controls for us. Once again, got Mike Rose, birthday boy himself, doing the live.smokeyvalley.org. We thank him for doing that. He put a note on the screen for everybody watching and listening that what happened again, the fire delay. It wasn't actually, well, it was a fire in the kitchen, and certainly was something that was totally unexpected. But the Vikings got off to a good start. Ellie Brumbaugh hit a 3. Haven answered right back a little bit 30 seconds later with a 2. And then Claire Broxman found her way to get a big rebound and put it back, got fouled, finished the 3-point play. So the Vikings have a 6-2 lead with 5:45 left to go here in the first quarter. So we'll resume right where play was interrupted. And so unusual, but we'll see where everything works out.
Yeah, it was weird. And so many things have happened. I think Haven had the ball, didn't they? When the thing went off, somebody said they thought we had a foul. I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember all those kind of little details. That's this guy right in front of us, Chris McClure's job to write all those little notes down. And, yeah, whatever it's got to take. But the Vikings certainly looking to advance tonight. They'll play the winner of Halstead and Lions at Heston on Thursday night. So that'll be going on. Heston is the host team. Heston is playing Ellsworth tonight. They were ahead at halftime. I don't have the exact score for you. And Southeast Saline was hosting Kingman in the other part of that bracket. Some other scores. There's already a final. Goodland has beaten Minneapolis 54-20. At the half, Sacred Heart is way in front of Bennington, 54-7. Into one quarter, Hillsboro 20-6 over, and that's a boys game. I think that game Hillsboro is playing tomorrow night in the girls' side. That's a boys game score.
Yeah, that'd be 2A. And Hugoton has already beaten Larned's girls 64-12.
Okay.
And at halftime, Southeast was up on Kingman 28-13.
Yeah. So a lot of things going on. Now we got a final from that Sacred Heart game, 76-28. So that game is a final. So we're going to take a one minute timeout. We come back. We won't have a national anthem or anything, any starting lineups. We'll just talk a little bit about who's playing who's on the court and everything. But we'll be back with the restart of tonight's game after this 1 minute timeout.
For over 100 years, Bethany Home Association has empowered seniors creatively, spiritually, and emotionally to do what they do best. We have grown and expanded services and are pleased to announce our new name, Bethany Village. Join us in the art of living in Lindsborg. Visit BethanyVillageKS.com.
I really appreciate the faculty and staff here at Bethany. They care about their students and they're helping them achieve their goals and to be successful.
It's a Christian-based college, and I felt that he was in the right hands when I left him here.
We chose Bethany College so my son could have a good life.
If you want inspired learning at an affordable price, choose Bethany College. Learn more about your good life at bethanylb.edu.
If it's game day, it's on at the Old Stuga in Lindsborg. Streaming all the Smoky Valley and Bethany games, you won't miss a play. Come in to pregame or to celebrate after the game. The Old Stuga in downtown Lindsborg, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Got an update. Southeast of Saline is winning handily. Heston is winning handily. The only one we don't have is Halstead and Lions, and I'm sure Halstead is probably taking care of business against the Lions.
I would imagine so. And whoever wins all these, they never really know who plays first on Thursday night till they're all over. And usually if it's a weeknight, though, whoever travels the furthest plays the early game. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Need to get through this one.
In this sub-state, nobody's got to travel very far.
No, not at all.
No question about that. They got to make sure which end of the court the ball's coming. It's going to be Brocksterman, Hazelwood, Brumbaugh, Johnson, and Haxton, the starting five for the Vikings. And coming out for the Haven Wildcats, it'll be Arnold, Bronner, Roper, Bronner, and Estelle. So we're ready to resume action with 5:45 on the clock. Hope the Vikings can withstand this ball, and it's Haven's ball out of bounds. We are ready to go. Enjoy the rest of the game tonight. Back in action here from Smoky Valley Gym. Bronner will put it in play, looking for a cutting teammate. Gets it into Roper, up and good by Roper. So, boy, it didn't take them long to get back in the scoring column.
Well, a really good play. They set a pick, and they threaded the needle to Reese Roper underneath.
So 6-4, Vikings with the lead and the basketball. Haxton on the dribble, gets it off to Johnson, doing the little dribble weave, three-man weave out top beyond the arc. Back to Haxton it goes. He's going to try to spin back. Bronner there right to give her a hand check. Off it goes to Hazelwood, back to Johnson, out to Haxton. Vikings patient on offense, which is what they need to be. Johnson gets a screen from Hazelwood. Has to go back to Haxton. Haxton on the weave, gets it back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh baseline drive and a foul. And out of bounds to the Vikings. Foul on Haven.
Number 3. Okay, that's Brianna
Bronner. Second team foul on them. Estelle has one foul for the other foul for them. Out it goes, steal by Roper. Vikings turn it over. Roper's going to take it all the way in. Shot up and good by Reese Roper.
Well, she's already doubled her scoring output from, well, not quite. She had 3 against first time.
And the Vikings turn it over again. Here comes Bronner into the lane. Her shot up, and it's good. And one. So what a start for the Haven Wildcats. Vikings turn it over twice. You never know what's going to happen in a start-restart. And that's going to be the second foul on Carrington Haxton, so she goes out. Abby Rose checks in. You just got to withstand. You don't have to make a huge statement or anything, but...
Well, they're definitely all pepped up here from getting off to a hot start here, but...
Miss on the free throw by Bronner. Good rebound by Claire Brockstrom. Vikings now just have to settle down, get the ball, get executed on their offense a little bit. Hazelwood on the dribble drive, gets it off to Johnson. Johnson picks up her dribble, gets it back to Hazelwood, inside to Brockstrom. Out to Hazelwood, three-pointer, Adrian. Oh, and hits the standard out back, and Alabama. At least we had a good-looking shot.
It did. It was a good look.
As good as that start is, it's only 8-6, so we're only down by 2. So we've got to realize that not the end of the world here. Roper's going to bring it up slowly into the front court, picked up by Hazelwood. Vikings are man-to-man. Up it goes to Bronner. Looking inside for Estelle. Goes inside to her, gets double-teamed quickly. Loses the handle, and they turn it over. Good hands by the Viking defense.
Really, the double team, when she went down, they didn't give her any room to pivot.
Here's Hazelwood on the drive. It's good. Hazelwood gets her first basket to tie the game up at 8-8 at the 3:49 mark. Out it goes to Roper. She launches a 3-ball. In and out, no good. Rebound. Estelle touched it last.
Oh boy. Well, that's one of those. Both girls look like they touched it at the same time, but
Estelle trying to tip it away from Brumbaugh. That's why I thought it should have gone the other way, but he had a little bit closer view. Roper.
Good defense on her.
Roper trying to get in, finally does. Estelle goes cross-court to Roper. Underneath it goes right to Broxman. Turnover back-to-back by Haven. We'll get those numbers for you in a little bit.
Boy.
Oh, Hazelwood.
Adrian had an idea. It was a nice drive. She maybe should have just pulled up and shot it off the glass, but thought she'd kick it out to her teammate and just missed the pass.
What turnover is that for us?
That's 3.
And they have?
2.
Okay, I'm right on. Roper slowly across the timeline in a tie game at the 3:21 mark. Gets it off to Bronner. To her sister Bronner. Now back around to Arnold. She's going to launch a 3-ball. Way too strong. Rebound. Loose and picked up by the Vikings. Quickly up to McKinley Johnson. Her drive. Shot up and good. Estelle had to stay away so she didn't foul her. She wanted to make sure she didn't pick up the foul. 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Vikings back on top. 10-8. Bronner has it off to Arnold. Looking for Estelle. Still in the middle lane. Now she gets out of the lane finally.
Need to keep playing defense like we've played it so far. Abby might have gotten away with one there.
And almost a steal by Bronner, but the Vikings come up with it.
Got a 3-on-2 if we want it.
3-pointer by Brumbaugh. No. Broxman right there to put back. No. Gets another put back out. Fouled. And Broxman will have 2 free throws. She's padding her stats there.
She sure was.
Absolutely.
Just put it in, Claire. But she drew the foul. Really good hustle. Taking what they gave us. We had a couple of seams there, and we took the ball right at them.
Broxman free throw too strong. That foul on Roper, her first.
I think she just kind of quickly shot that free throw there.
She's got a little herky-jerky style once in a while. It looks like she shoots a little quick. She makes the second one. The second one's good, 11 for the Vikings.
Brianna Pretty in for Brocksterman there at the 2:23 mark.
So it's Pretty, Hazelwood, Rose, Brumbaugh, and Johnson on the court. Arnold into the front court. Vikings going to go 2-3 zone now. When Pretty's in, he said they might change the zone a little bit more.
That's, they've been in man so far the whole game.
Arnold, Bronner, far side. Oh, back over to Arnold. Oh, wanted to penetrate but didn't. Around it goes to Roper. Roper baseline to Bronner. Bronner looking cross court. Got her sister. Shot. No. Rebound. Pretty with a strong rebound against Estelle.
I tell you what, Estelle was after that basketball, and
here's
Brianna
Johnson.
Didn't give it up. There we go.
3-pointer for McKinley Johnson. 14 for the Vikings. I told Coach Vanderweg, I said, When you restart, it's going to be 14-6. I wasn't off by far. We're up 14-8.
They got off to the 6-0 start when we came back out, so we really I've been bringing it back.
Arnold short. It goes the other way and off last touch by Haven, Viking basketball. So, yeah, we withstood. That's what I said. You got to just withstand that little run. They got excited. They got a 6-0 run. The Vikings now have answered with an 8-0 run.
Well, and we have to keep in mind, we are taller than they are. They've only got 2 relatively tall girls. We've got 3 or 4.
Rose with it, going to shoot about a 15-footer, too strong. Rebound weak side. Haven, Bronner. Quickly up to Arnold, back to Bronner, over to Estelle. She likes to be outside the arc, their biggest girl. So that really hurts her rebounding chances when she gets outside. Here's Bronner in the middle. Estelle gets back outside the lane to the free throw line. Roper, guarded by Abby Rose. Back to Estelle, baseline. Dribble, penetration, shot, good. Just got the angle.
Got the baseline angle, sure did.
And they stopped the Viking run. It's 10-14 with 40 seconds to go when she made that first basket. Pretty outside with it. Looking to go back door to Johnson. Oh, there's a foul, and McKinley Johnson's going to have 2 free throws. Number 3, Brianna Bronner, is going to pick up her second foul.
And this is one thing that's played out a little bit in this first quarter that's taken, a couple hours. But when we've attacked the basket, we are drawing fouls. And we're attacking it under control.
Johnson free throw, good. Excellent job. 15 for the Vikings. Checked in, and they're telling her she didn't come close to the scorer's table. Well, here it's a little bit confusing because the PA guy is right there, just by their bench. So
she probably looked at him. That's Cassidy Smith, the 5'8" senior. She went in, and for the Vikings, Kira Mullen, Avery Vanderwig have gone in.
It's an air ball on the second one for McKinley. 15-10 Vikings with 26.6 seconds left to go. Coach Roper bringing Estelle over to the side, calling a specific play they want to run here with the last 20 seconds. Roper has it on the side, goes into Smith, back to Bronner, now back to Arnold, back to Bronner, back to Roper. Roper drive, now step back 3, no, rebound inside, Vikings get it with 9 seconds left, got time to get a shot off if they can control the pressure. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and block. And that is the end of the first quarter. Our score, Smoky Valley 15, Haven 10. Back after this 1 minute timeout. How many turnovers, Jay? Still 3-2?
Yes. Pretty clean first quarter.
Absolutely. And good to see everybody. Pretty good shape. Here's Brumbaugh with a little floater down to Pretty. Her got shot in the back. Oh, there's a lot of contact on that shot. Nothing called. And here come the Vikings. Wow, that's too bad. Pretty got a little chuck in the back there.
Yeah, she's kind of short, Arnold, but you don't know if it's because of the contact or... Just the shot was off.
Haven with it on the outside, looking in. Out top to Roper. Oh, she got a three here. Arnold will launch a three ball. That's short. Rebound.
Oh boy,
tipped.
what a break.
Tip saved by Smith, and it went right to Brooke Bronner.
Wide open underneath. She just tapped it back to her teammate.
Well, Pretty actually tapped it too, and it made it keep going. Here's Brumball. No. Rebound underneath Smith. Coming the other way is Roper. Roper all the way in at the baseline. Shot up. No. Rebound. Pretty hand. Strong rebound by Brianna Pretty.
Third defensive rebound for Brianna.
Vikings with it now in the front court. McKinley has it. Gets it off to Ellie. Ellie on the dribble. Weave gets it off to Vanderweeg. Going to penetrate. Going to have a foul called. And out of bounds. Foul starting to... Brooke Bronner guilty of the foul, her first.
5 on them so far, just 2 on the Vikings, but look like we're playing with a little too fast of a pace on offense right now. Need to just run like they have been.
Mullen has it. Get it off to Avery Vanderweeg on the dribble drive. Gets it off to Mullen. Mullen, take it all the way in.
Nice
Shot
move.
Up and good. 17-12. Vikings with the lead at the 6:30 mark.
Really good pace on that drive.
Estelle right at the elbow. Dumps it down and knocked away. And last touch by the Vikings. It'll be Haven basketball. Yeah. Hazelwood back in.
For Ellie Brumbaugh, her first break, I believe.
Yep. So Roper will put it in play. Looking. She goes way out top to Bronner. Baseline to Arnold. Inside to Estelle. Gets double teamed quickly out to Roper. Roper drive. Loses a handle ball. Loose. Still a loose hand. Going to call it. Tough call.
Yeah.
Tough call on the Vikings.
Probably had her arm. You always got to watch out when your best scorer's inbounding the ball. You want to look for them coming in, and she was. She came off and was on the outside, got the wide open three look.
But she didn't take it. She wanted to go inside. Here's Estelle inside. She's found the range tonight. She's got 6. 14 for Haven, 17 for Smoky Valley. Hazelwood slowly across the timeline now accelerates into the front court off to Vanderweeg. Ball loose, picked up and turned over by the Vikings. 4th turnover of Vikings. Here comes Roper in the front court. Goes to Bronner, knocked away by Johnson. It'll stay with Haven.
Abby Rose checking in for McKinley Johnson. And was that 3 that came back in for them?
Yep.
Bree Bronner.
Bronner, Roper, Smith, and Estelle on the court for Haven. Mullen, Vanderweeg, Pretty, Hazelwood, and Rose on the court for Smoky Valley. To Smith at the free throw line. Out to Bronner. To the other Bronner. Around the perimeter it goes to Roper. Out to Bronner. Back to Roper. They're patient on their offense, trying to get a open look by good passes. Here's Bronner with an open look, and it's going to be an air ball. Hazelwood right there to pick up the rebound on the weak side.
Yeah, she was in the right spot.
Court, into the lane, shot up, too weak. Oh, I think she expected some contact. Didn't get it. Here's Roper the other way.
Was a good shot.
That was an excellent shot. Back to Roper, right in front of the Viking bench. 5 minutes left, second quarter action. Bronner on the far wing. Still with the dribble now, back to Roper, top of the key. Now to Bronner, near side. Back to her sister out top. Boy, the Viking defense is certainly keeping Estelle labeled up. Here's a shot inside. Wow. Just as I say that, they find her and get the ball right up. She's got that little scoop shot. We saw it a couple of times on the other game.
Well, she's got a pretty fast spin move at the goal.
Here's Mullen, kicks it out to Rose. Three-pointer, Abby Rose. No, rebound. It's going to be long, and it's going to be last touch by the Vikings out of bounds to Haven.
I think Haven got a break on that one. And Claire Brocksterman, we're checking back in for Brianna Pretty.
Still a 1-point Viking lead, 17-16, 4:20 to go, second quarter.
And Vikings back in man.
Slowly across the timeline. Bronner looking for her sister. He's got her, Brooke Bronner. Roper underneath to Estelle. Little scoop shot again. This one doesn't go. Good rebound by Avery Vanderweg, and knocked out of bounds by Roper. I don't know how she can get her hand in there when she's going so fast without contact, but she did.
It is amazing sometimes how they can just knife it in there.
The Vikings keep the possession. Brocksterman on the dribble between the circles. Now goes weak side to Hazelwood, who goes cross court to Vanderweg. Avery Vanderweg with the shot. Got clobbered. No foul called. Out to Rose. Rose in the lane. Shot right from 6 feet. In and out. No good. Rebound.
2 points is all we've had this quarter so far.
Nobody there to rebound for the Vikings. Roper, cross court to Bronner. Three-pointer baseline corner, no. Rebound, weak side for Brocksterman. From the Vikings at the 3:20 mark. Hazelwood all the way in. Her shot up and good.
Nice. Just split the seams. That was nice.
Boy, if you're a coach, you get mad at your team. Don't let the ball go all the way. Stop the dribble. Stop the ball. But she really was wide open. Here's Estelle with a shot.
Wow. Estelle came to play tonight.
She's got 10 points already. 19-18. 3 minutes left to go. First half action. Hazelwood across the timeline. Penetration now goes outside to Vanderweg.
They're in a 2-3.
Vanderweg, wanted to go down to Brocksterman. Got it tipped away. Vikings turn it over again.
She needed to throw it underneath.
And the Vikings turn it back over. They get them back over.
Can't throw over the top.
Up and too strong. Vikings are missing shots inside. We've missed 3 or 4 really short bunnies inside.
Yeah, she should have gone ahead and shot that with her right hand. She clearly wasn't comfortable with the left there. But
1 point Viking lead at the 2:31 mark. Brumbaugh back in. Vanderweg out. And Smith out. And Bronner out.
Sadie is still the freshman, 5'10", just came in for Haven.
Somebody else came in too. Arnold came back in. Number 1, Arnold came back in. Cross court it goes to Bronner. Back to Arnold. Vikings in man.
Got Kira Mullen on Roper. That's a pretty good matchup.
Good matchup. Bronner, Estelle, back to Bronner. Looking for McGuire. Estelle inside, knocked away, and last touch by Haven.
And that's what's easier to do when you're in man is bring that help defense over. So every time Estelle touches it and we're in man, we're going to double down on her.
Vikings create another turnover for Haven. Are they at 5? Or 4?
Oh, they're at 4.
Hazelwood on the dribble. Drive, shot, no. Rebound, Brocksterman, no. Rebound, loose, picked up by the Vikings. Over to Hazelwood. Inside to Brocksterman. To Mullen. Her shot up, no. Rebound, Estelle. Boy, lots of contact inside there. They're letting them play tonight.
Wish she'd have just shot a jump shot. I tell you what, Estelle's playing like I'm a senior and I'm not ready for this to be over.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Roper with the drive. Her shot blocked by Abby Rose, and she's on the toe on the line. Good job. Good block by Abby Rose.
Well, you're right. They're letting them. She might have. In another game, that was a body foul, but the block was clean up top for sure. It
was clean up top. Minute 25 is all that's left in the first quarter. Roper looking, and goes way out top to Bronner. Drive out to Estelle, out to Roper. Back inside to Estelle, and I'm going to have a foul on Brocksterman. She's like, what? All this contact been going on, and you call that?
Yeah, I didn't see what she did, but just 5 fouls on both teams, so nobody's shooting yet.
Oh, yeah, I marked that one down as a 1-and-1, so I'll have to erase that after a while. Here's Roper with it. Three-pointer Roper, swish! Roper gives them a 21-19 2-point lead. Here's Hazelwood on the dribble drive. Gets it off to Rose. Baseline that goes to Mullen. Mullen still on the dribble. Gets it off to Hazelwood. Hazelwood out top with it, guarded by Arnold. Boy, you're just all over them with hands. They just bounce pass to Brocksterman. 15-footer. Too strong. Rebound. Rhodes comes up with it back to Mullen. Going to jump outside the three-point arc. No. Rebound Brocksterman. Put back up, no. And last touch by Vikings out of bounds. There is this mass murder inside.
Wow. Lots of contact. Woo.
Haven with the last chance to go for one. Arnold's holding up one finger. They're going to go for one shot, see if they can go into halftime with the lead.
And they've got it right now, 21-19. So
Bronner, yeah, they will unless they do a turnover. The Vikings can get a run out. Hazelwood almost with it, but it'll stay with Haven. Hazelwood tipped it out and went out of bounds. 17 seconds left to go.
She was a half step from getting that, and because she was going at it with the correct hand to try to tip it back to herself.
It goes to Arnold, to Estelle McGuire. Back to Arnold. Arnold gets double teamed, knocked out of bounds by Brumbaugh. 9.9 seconds remaining. Good defense in the half court by Smoky Valley.
Been pretty good defense by both teams the whole way.
Estelle goes to her big sister, around to Roper. 6, 5, 4, Roper, step back 3. No, rebound Hazelwood, and that'll be it. Our halftime score. Haven on top, 21-19. We'll be back to wrap up this first half after this 2-minute timeout.
Scoring in the first half for the Wildcats, Brianne Bronner with 2 points, Reese Roper with 7, Brooke Bronner with 2, McGuire Estel with 10. For the Vikings, Kinley Johnson has 6, Ellie Brumbaugh with 3, Kira Mullen with 2, Adrian Hazelwood with 4, Claire Roxman with 4. Personal fouls, 1 each for Reese Roper, Brooke Bronner, McGuire Estel. 2 personal fouls for Brianne Bronner. For the Vikings, 1 personal foul each for Kira Mullen, Adrian Hazelwood, and Claire Rockstrom, and 2 for Carrington Haxton. Both teams have their full contingent of timeouts remaining. Turnovers, Haven with 4, unofficially, Smoky Valley with 5.
At Lindsborg Community Hospital.
A first half recap, scores from around the area, and keys to a second half win. This is Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, working with athletes of every level to help prevent injuries, enhance performance, and to heal through surgery and rehabilitation at the school, on the field, or in their clinic. They're ready wherever and whenever you need them to help you get back in the game. The home field advantage starts at the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Scoring went like this. First for the Wildcats, 2 points for Bronner, 2 points for Brianna Bronner. Both Bronners had 2 points. 7 for Roper and 10 for McGuire Estelle. For the Vikings, 2 points, Kira Mullen. 3 points, Ellie Brumbaugh. 4 points, Claire Broxman. 4 points, Adrian Hazelwood. And 6 points high for McKinley Johnson. You got some stats?
I do. Claire Broxman's already had 5 offensive and 2 defensive rebounds for 7 total. But Brianna Pretty's got 3 defensive boards. Ellie Brumbaugh and Abby Rose each have an offensive board, so there's 7 there. Haven's only had 1 offensive rebound. And the Vikings had 10 defensive rebounds to the Wildcats 8. And the turnovers pretty clean both sides. Smoky Valley 5 and Haven with 4.
Sounds like a good stat time now for our impact performance of the first half, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. McKinley Johnson leading the way with 6, but boy, Claire with her 4 points and 7 rebounds has really been active on the court.
Wouldn't be bad to give them a tie there. That was a pretty good half by both of them. And we've let some things bother us late. We missed a lot of little short shots and just they don't look like their normal shot motion when they're taking them.
Yeah, no question about that. Time now for a Salina Surgical scoreboard update. Choose Salina Surgical Hospital for your outpatient procedures or inpatient stays. Salina Surgical is proud to be partly physician-owned. You got some scores there?
I do. Whoever wins this game tonight will play Halstead on Thursday. They've beaten Lions in Halstead 43-15, and Heston has beaten Ellsworth 59-29.
Okay. We assume that Southeast Salina is probably winning in their game over Kingman, but we don't know that yet. We'll give that to you. Got a final in boys action. Hillsborough 68, El Saline 32. Sacred Heart winning 76-28 over Bennington. Goodland has beaten Minneapolis 54-20. And I think that's all the scores that we have in our group. Here it's Vikings trail at halftime, 21-19. And after that smoke fire delay, we got back and Haven went on a 6-0 run. The Vikings answered with an 8-0 run. But Haven ended up coming back and taking a halftime lead, 21-19. And we'll be back with more halftime after this 2-minute timeout.
Income due to cashback on everyday debit card purchases, refunds on ATM fees, and elimination of so-called service fees. Increased satisfaction may result while operating your debit card. If you suffer from chronic money loss, search for KSHSAA online.
This has been a financial health advisory courtesy of KSHSAA. It's like money medicine for your shopping habit.
Offered locally at the Bank of Tuscan. Member FDIC. First Bank Kansas is a proud sponsor of sports in the Smoky Valley. First Bank Kansas is community-focused and customer-driven, with locations in Lindsborg, Salina, and McPherson. Bank with confidence at First Bank Kansas.
Along with Jay Myers, Jared Bates working the controls for us once again. Jared just told me tonight that Jay Kaiser, his sister's husband, is assistant football coach at the University of Illinois, Champaign, Illinois.
I did see that. They will be moving to Champaign, Illinois here. If he isn't already up there, he may be up there already.
Yeah, he's already up there, so. Here it's the Vikings in the basketball court down 21-19, so they got their work cut out for them tonight if they want to advance to Thursday's game at Heston against the Halstead Dragons. They have already won their game against Lions, so Halstead is awaiting the winner of this game.
You know, and how many times have we seen it? The Vikings have that quarter when they can't buy one, and that was the second quarter. They're outscored 11-4 after being up 15-10. You're only down 2. It's no time to panic at all. But Haven has bothered them with their defense. They're playing physically, and it's bothered some Viking shots, especially inside. And they're letting it be physical inside. So we got this. But they're going to have to step up a little bit. Somebody needs to hit some shots, and they'll be fine.
Oh, absolutely. Went on that 8-0 run after they took the 6-0 run after the the fire and smoke delay. So, yeah, it's not unusual playing football, and even some basketball games once in a while are weathered out because of ice or storms or something. But first time I've ever been on a fire delay where I've actually had to get out of the gym. So that was.
I don't know what the over/under is going to be on when I have the electrical smoke smell out of my nose, even though we wear masks.
Yeah.
It's in there, and we'll have to probably wash everything we have on. But
no question about that.
Glad we're back playing basketball.
Both teams are warmed up. The clock has gone to 0, and we're ready to start second half action. The Vikings will be on defense. Haven will start with the ball. We'll just have to get a couple stops and see how they can put everything together. Vikings will start the same way. The Salina Ortho starting lineups: McKinley, Johnson, Brumbaugh, Haxton, Hazelwood, and Brocksterman. We'll see who Haven puts out on the court, but I'm sure it's going to be Bronner, Arnold, Estelle, and Roper. We'll see for sure about that. Good to see Mr. Keir Swisher and Kev Swisher and the whole family. They've let 500 people in the gym tonight, so it's a little bit kind of like a normal crowd.
I wondered I figured they had to have loosened up. I didn't read what those were going to be, but yeah, it's a bigger crowd for sure. And you were correct.
Correct on the starters.
Yes.
Most of the time, most coaches start the same way they did the ball game. Arnold will step out of bounds, get the ball from my buddy Jason Gordon, one of the officials, and we're ready to go with the second half. Sit back and enjoy a Viking victory. Roper on the dribble drive now gets stopped by Hazelwood out top to Bronner, near side to Arnold. Arnold dribble drive in the lane. Arnold with a shot. No. Rebound. Bronner got the rebound, put it back up. No, and a foul. And there is a foul on this end of the court this time. And Bronner will have a couple of free throws. McKinley Johnson, the guilty party. That's her first, I believe. And number 12, Brooke Bronner, who scored 2 in the first half, will miss the first.
Well, she didn't miss that by much. It just curled in and out of there. So she wasn't off by much.
Just enough. We'll ask her to miss another one.
Let's see if we can do it twice.
Can we ask? We can ask, and we can receive. But Estelle, there's a travel. Yeah, she bounced with her foot.
It was
Estelle got the rebound.
Pretty nice offensive rebound for her.
Absolutely.
She corralled it with her left hand, reached out and just snagged it. But then
her teammate was laying on the floor, so she had to not step on top of her. So
both teams opening in man this half.
Out it goes to Ellie. Looked at the three, didn't go there. Underneath to Brocksterman. She gets clobbered, and Claire Brocksterman will have 2 free throws. Brooke Bronner, the guilty party, will pick up her second foul.
Well, she just wasn't going to allow that shot.
Which is what you're supposed to do. Don't allow the shooter to make and give a chance for a three-point play, and Brocksterman knocks the free throw down.
Well, I tell you what, she shot that quickly and about 10'3", but it had eyes.
And second one, too long, rebound. Last touch by Bronner's foot. Vikings were trying to knock it away. Haxton and Hazelwood were trying to knock it away.
I think Carrington Haxton tipped it off her shoe.
A good hand by the Vikings. Vikings get a chance to have another possession in this front court. McKinley goes out to Haxton. Baseline three-pointer, short rebound. And last touch by Hazelwood out of bounds to Haven. She was reaching from behind her. I saw her hand trying to slide in there and knock the ball loose. Trying to knock it off her leg, but couldn't get it done. And the Vikings will go back on defense. Trailing by 1 now, 21-20. Arnold across the timeline goes far side to Brianna Bronner. Up top to Roper. Roper with the dribble drive in the lane. Shot up. Wild shot. Rebound. Claire Brocksterman.
All over the place. Keep it up, Claire Brocksterman.
Haxton quickly up to McKinley Johnson. To Hazelwood. Long 3. 2. Long 2. Rebound. Weak side. And we're going to have a foul on Claire Brocksterman.
Yeah,
good hustle for that rebound.
It's a hustle foul. You can live with that. Unless it's her third.
Nope, first. Only her first. Second. My bad. You've got back-to-back fouls, I guess. Arnold slowly across the timeline. Still a 1-point game, 21-20. Out it goes to Brianna Bronner, out top to Roper. Roper on the dribble, slow penetration, pulls up her dribble, goes out to Brianna Bronner.
That's a pretty good matchup, too, to have Adrian Hazelwood guarding Roper.
Absolutely. Brianna Bronner goes near side to Estelle. McGuire Estelle on the dribble, inside, kick out to Arnold. Arnold looked at a three, didn't trigger. Oh, good, almost a steal by Haxton.
Good double team by
Roper. Will step back and shoot a three. No, rebound, Ellie Brumbach.
Nice, tough rebound.
Took to Haxton, to Brockstrom. Her shot, foul. And Brooke Bronner will pick up her third foul.
And what I started to say was we double-teamed Estelle down here. McKinley Johnson came over on the help side. She didn't have a full pivot either way, gave up the ball. Good defense, Vikes.
Brockstrom at the free throw line. Too strong. Need a little more arch on that one or a little flatter, one or the other.
Yes.
21-20. Haven still with the lead. 6:04 to go.
Whatever works.
Third quarter. And that one won't crawl in. Estelle with the rebound. Gets the dribble up to Arnold. Arnold cross court to Brianna Bronner.
Oh, boy.
You get yourself a little room by giving a forearm shiver.
She sure did.
And Arnold picks up her first basket, 23-21, coming at the 5:50 mark. Vikings have only scored one in this quarter. Here's a three. Rebound, Brockstrom. And she's going to call, well, how about the foul while she went on the floor?
Yeah, it's a physical game.
Brockstrom ended up with the rebound, but she got double teamed and fouled and knocked over. And then they called her for a travel because she got knocked over at the 5:30 mark. Haven now with a 3-point lead, 23-20. And she gets traveled.
One too many steps. Okay, a younger sister, Sadie, is still her second time in the game. In for Brooke Bronner,
who has 3 fouls.
Sadie is still the 5'10 freshman. Got a lot of freshmen and sophomores in this league that are going to be some good players
no question
to watch
about
for
that.
a while.
Hazelwood on the dribble, baseline. Kick out to Brumbaugh, out to Johnson. Man-to-man defense by Haven.
And pretty good man-to-man.
And they're going to call it a jump ball. Boy, you can get away with murder out there on the court tonight. She reached in, reached across her arm, caught the ball, and got the foul. No foul. I mean, got the jump ball. So on the alternating possession, it'll stay with the Vikings. So
Brianna pretty checked in for Carrington Haxton.
No harm done, but got a ball. Got to play tough.
I know one thing, Haven, they are playing physical defense, and that had to be what they were working on out to deal with the size disparity.
McKinley Johnson on the shot, missing, rebounded by Arnold. Back into the front court, leading by 3 is Haven. Roper has it, looking for a screen from Estelle. Kick it out to Arnold instead. Arnold on the dribble, gets it off to Bronner. Brianna Bronner on the dribble, double team, now get back to Estelle. Cross court it goes to Arnold. Looked at the 3, didn't trigger. Inside goes to Roper. She'll trigger a 3. Shot no. Rebound Pretty. And throws it right to a cutting Roper. They went and triple teamed the rebound. They're just selling out. They are.
They're scrapping. They are scrappy.
Roper has it right in front of the Haven bench. Out it goes to Estelle. Estelle out to Arnold. Arnold dribble baseline. Floater, too strong. Rebound, Brockstrom gets double teamed quickly.
Our girls just have to battle through the physicality of them.
And the Vikings turn it over in the backcourt again.
And right now we're not handling it very well.
Hazelwood got the ball. She kind of looked away, looked up court to go, and she lost the handle. Then she couldn't save it before she went out of bounds. Almost ran into the coach. And timeout, Coach Vanderweg will step aside as well. 3:56 left to go, third quarter. Vikings down by 3, back after this 30-second timeout.
At
Out of the timeout, it'll be Hazelwood, Brumbaugh, Brocksterman, Pretty, and Johnson on the court for Smoky Valley. Haven taking a long time coming out. Estelle will put it in play. Estelle, her younger sister, in. Arnold.
This is
Bronner
looking
and Roper.
a little bit like the game down there when nobody could score, and it's been a 2-1 Haven advantage 4 minutes into this quarter. That's all the points that have been scored.
Yeah. We're not playing bad. We're just not scoring quite as many points.
Well, and it's going to be, we will have to just stay loose. If we start playing tight, that's going to be when bad things happen.
Good. Kick out 3 to Roper. 26-20. Vikings down. Pretty. Off it goes to Brumbaugh. Looked at the 3, didn't trigger. Back to Pretty. Underneath. Beautiful shot missed, though, and a foul. And Pretty will have 2 free throws.
It would have been neat if that would have gone in, because that was a good move to go underneath the basket and come back up the other side. Just didn't quite have a good enough angle with the ball.
Roper with her second foul. 3:23 left to go. Pretty chance for her first points in the ball game. And it's good. 21 for the Vikings, coming at the 3:23 mark. Wow, our first points came at the 7:30 mark.
And Avery Vanderwig's checked in for McKinley Johnson.
Pretty second free throw, got it to go as well. Needed those points, no question about that. 22,
need them all.
22 for the Vikings, 26 for Haven. Arnold into the front court. Pass underneath Roper, and they turned it over. So trying to get Roper loose didn't work.
Yeah, she tried a backdoor cut, but that pass would have been good if she was 6 foot tall.
Yeah. Here comes Hazelwood slowly into the front court. Goes to Pretty on the far side wing to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh dribble drive. Brumbaugh gets called for the travel. Wow, a lot of body contact. She didn't reach, though. Give her credit.
It was kind of a force. But both teams in man so far this whole way, the third quarter.
Where are the turnovers, Jay?
Now it is 9 for Smoky Valley and 7 for Haven.
Here's Roper on the drive. It's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Haven. Substitution coming in, Abby Rose.
For Claire Brocksterman. Claire with the 10 rebounds.
I was going to say she's probably in double figures with rebounds. Roper to put it in play, looking. Oh, tipped by the Vikings. And out of bounds to Haven. Wow, almost got that loose. Pretty knocked it away, but it didn't go in direction where a Viking was.
That would have been nice. Okay, now Smoky Valley's in a 2-3 zone.
Near side it comes to Roper. To Estelle, baseline back to Roper. Cross court to Bronner. Back to Arnold. Back to Roper. Roper on the dribble. Cross court to Arnold. Looking for, they want to go inside to Estelle. Knocked away by the Vikings. Rose out of bounds to Haven. 2:27 left to go in. A low scoring 26-22. Third quarter. Vikings with 3 points in the quarter. Haven with 5. Out top to Estelle. Estelle. Goes inside the three-point line, then kicks it out to Arnold, to Roper, right in front of the Haven bench. Cross court to Arnold, or to Bronner. One was right between them, but Bronner saved it. Back to Bronner, looking for Estelle inside. Got it in there.
She got her sealed, so she was wide open.
Good work. 28-22. 6-point lead coming at the 2:04 mark. Hazelwood, kick out. Vanderwig, kick out. To Rose, around to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh out to Rose. Rose on the dribble. Back to Vanderwig. Out to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh. And Brumbaugh gets called for the double dribble.
Well, she's trying to lean in and draw something, and then she's getting herself in trouble.
Yeah, you're trying to fight through that contact, but you just gotta.
She just needs to calm down. So coach took her out, give her a break. Get some water.
Minute and 40 left to go, third quarter. And knocked out of bounds by Rose. I thought maybe it hit Bronner's leg, but it didn't.
I was hoping.
Yeah. Bronner to put it in play, gets it to Roper. Roper three-pointer. Good. Roper with 2 threes in the quarter. It is 31-22, a 9-point Haven lead. Vikings have to get something going in this third quarter before the quarter ends.
Well,
Hazel.
we've had, 2 points the whole quarter.
Around it goes, knocked away by Haven. Loose.
3.
Picked up by the Vikings, still loose. And it's in the backcourt, but picked up by the Vikings. Up to Rose. Rose knocked it away and got stolen by Bronner. The Vikings turn it over again.
They need to calm down with the ball. If they hit this place is going to
Bronner
be rough.
3, and tipped out by Pretty. Got undercut a little bit, lost her balance, couldn't do anything else.
Kira Mullen for Avery Vanderweg. Kira, give us the spark.
Somebody's got looking for a spark from somewhere. Haxton, Mullen, Hazelwood, Pretty, and Rose on the court for Smoky Valley. Estelle, the younger one, off to Arnold. Around to Brianna Bronner. Back to Roper. Roper's hit back-to-back 2 threes in this quarter. We're under 45 seconds to go.
They're going to sit on it out here. Try to get Smoky Valley out of this 2-3. And if we don't come out, they'll just sit and take the last shot.
They're going to play 2-man catch away from Kira Mullen. Now it goes to Arnold. Vikings going to
Picking up man now.
Mullen all the way out to Arnold. 25 seconds, 24. Round it goes to Bronner. Back to Roper. Back to Bronner. Paxton picks up Bronner. Now it goes to Estelle. Sadie Estelle. And knocked away from Roper. And ball loose on the floor, picked up by Mullen. Mullen gets triple teamed. They converge on the ball. They're still letting it go. And finally a travel called by the official, standing right there with 1.5 seconds to go. We've been triple teamed every rebound we got in this quarter.
That's been a pretty good strategy for them, that they'll double down or triple down whoever has the ball. And there'd be people open all over the place.
Throw it right to Rose. They turned it over, but it didn't matter. The Vikings trail by 9 going into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter coming up after this 30-second timeout. Back for the fourth quarter here. It's going to be exciting.
Well, they have outscored, Haven has outscored the Vikings 21-7 over the middle 2 quarters. 11-4 in the second and 10-3 in that one. Vikings only down 9, but they've got to get some offense going. This has been a dry spell.
Yeah, it's been dry. Two quarters tonight haven't scored 4 points and 3 points. Inside it goes to McGuire. Estelle, kick out to Bronner, out to Roper. Near side to Sadie Estelle. Looking for Arnold, goes to her, off to Bree Bronner, and they're going to pull the air out of it again. They've had it for 30 seconds in this possession. And Sadie Estelle loses the handle on a bad pass, turnover.
And that's, the Vikings just need to keep playing defense. They will make some errors. They're
coming in with a 6-14 record. The Vikings certainly know they can handle this team, but they just got to execute. Haxton 3.
That looked good.
An arm rider CPA 3-pointer by Carrington Haxton. Just down by 6 now. And at the 7-10 mark.
Actually, they beat Sedgwick last Thursday, so they wound up 7-13. So, yeah.
My bad. Thank you for checking that. Now it goes to Roper, far side wing, free throw line extended. Cross court pass to Bronner. Back to Arnold.
Yeah, a little more pep in the defense. Back in the 2-3, but moving pretty well in it.
Still McGuire out to Bronner, out to Arnold. Around the outside of the zone. 6:35 left to go, third quarter. Roper, kick out to Estelle. Around to Arnold, around to Bronner. Yeah, then unless they get a layup, they're probably not going to shoot much unless it's Roper shooting another three. Arnold, just as I say that, Arnold launches a three ball and it goes awry. And a steal by... Brianna just got double teamed that time. It wasn't a triple team, it was just a double team.
She needed to turn and pivot. She was trying to make a pass facing the wall to the east and not our goal to the west. And that's what happened there, but they got her tied up.
But they're selling out. I keep saying that they're selling out on defense. We've got to get the ball, get it out of the rebounding hands and into a guard real quickly. But
we were rebounding strong in the first quarter, and we need to get that back.
Hazelwood on the dribble, kick out to Mullen. Mullen on the dribble, kick out to Hazelwood. Hazelwood has it knocked away, but hangs on to her dribble inside to Brocksterman. Brocksterman out to Rose. Wanted to trigger a three, but didn't. Baseline to Mullen. Mullen guarded by Roper, out to Haxton. Haxton on the dribble. Loses the handle. Shot from 6. No. Rebound. Haxton. Shot. No. Rebound. Haven. Roper on the dribble. Into penetration. Into the lane. Kick out. Arnold. She does the wise thing and brings it out top between the circles. Over to Bronner.
I was kind of hoping she'd launch one.
I know. Bronner is going to launch one. And it's Swiss. Wow. A three-pointer by Bronner. Her first point since early in the first quarter. 34-25. Back to a 9-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Mullen, and we got a hand check on the screen.
Really? I'm not going to complain because it's a foul on Haven, but for what they've let go, they called that.
Yeah. You want them to be consistent, but that must have been pretty obvious to the official.
Yeah, it had to be. She must have given her a shove with it.
There's Brocksterman with the ball at the free throw line. Out to Haxton. Haxton wanted to penetrate. Boy, he had a wide open lane there. She could have had a layup if she'd have kept going. They're not defending the bucket very well. Hazelwood, kick out. Mullen, long two. No. Rebound, Bronner. Brooke Bronner gets it to Arnold. Quickly up to Roper. Roper. Shot up, no, and a foul. And Roper will have 2 free throws.
Foul charge to Smoky Valley's number 14, Kira Mullen. Their second, team's third.
Second foul on Kira Mullen. Roper, perfect. Now a 10-point lead, 35-25. Roper, second free throw, good. 36-25. Hazelwood gets bumped into by Roper. Roper will pick up her third foul.
Well, if they're going to tighten up the officiating in the last 4.5 minutes, that will favor the Vikings.
Yeah, we will. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside as well. 36 for Haven, 25 for Smoky Valley. 4.5 minutes left to go. Back after this 30-second timeout. Axon, Rose, Hazelwood, Mullen, and Brocksterman on the court. All right. Hazelwood, no. Rebound inside. Roper quickly down court to Arnold, who took off running, and Arnold gets the basket to go.
Roper really did a great job screening off the boards on that one and got the run out.
38-25, Vikings in need of a major miracle here. Here's Haxton to Mullen. Mullen up underneath and
nice.
27 for the Vikings. That basket coming at the 4-minute and 4-second mark.
Been a long dry spell for baskets for the Vikings tonight.
Need to get some turnovers. Arnold with it.
Yes.
She'll hold on to it between the circles.
Turn them over and get some runouts.
Out to Roper, out to McGuire Estelle, up to Arnold. Arnold on the dribble.
You almost want to call her Estelle McGuire, you know.
Yeah, I do.
It's a really cool name, I think.
Bronner with it out top. Rose guarding her now. 3.5 minutes to go. Inside to Arnold. Her shot, no. Rebound. And a run out. Haxton trying to get it, but Bronner ended up with it. Off it goes to Roper, who got it knocked away, but Vikings can't get the steal. They finally do to Haxton.
Slow down.
On the dribble.
We've got people, got numbers if they'd let us have it. Oh, they called a foul. When you get trapped, if you just keep your head, you should be able to find a wide open teammate. We haven't done that great tonight.
3:12 left to go in this fourth quarter. Vikings down by 11, 38. That's the fourth foul on Reese Roper, so you won't see her playing any more defense.
McKinley Johnson and Ellie Brumbaugh back in for Kira Mullen and Carrington Haxton.
Goes into Brockstrom out top to Hazelwood to reset the offense now, but you got to hurry. Arnold puts her hand on Hazelwood. Back to Brockstrom out top. Look at a backdoor cut for Johnson, not there. Off it goes to Hazelwood. Hazelwood. Cross court to Johnson. Oh, missed Brockstrom underneath.
We both saw it at the same time.
Out to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh on the dribble. Out to Rose. Rose baseline dribble.
There you go.
15. Good.
Nice pull up.
First points for the Vikings. First points for Abby Rose. We'll keep this one right here. Thanking again our sponsors. Mari Loader, Caldwell Banker Realty, Old Stuga, Lynchburg Realty, Liz Nahodney, Owner Broker, Farm Bureau, People's Bank and Trust, Gallant Tire and Auto, Midway Motors, Arn Reinert, CPA, Bank of Tescott, Lynchburg Family Dental Care, Dr. Darrell Lotus, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Art Shirt, Dower Welding and Machine, Kirk Christian Funeral Home, Farmer State Bank, Harry Mallory, Smoky Valley Booster Club, CNL Heating and Cooling, and Phoenix Restoration and Roofing. 29 for the Vikings. A little mini 4-0 run, but boy, Haven put together a 7-0 run after the Vikings got the first bucket of the quarter.
Well, yes, it seemed that was that Bronner tray that was just wow.
It was a killer.
She was wide open. She took it and she cashed it in.
She didn't hesitate.
No, she did not. They haven't hesitated all night.
No, like you said, you're in it. You're selling out. You're ready to go. Estelle can't find anybody to go into. Hurry's gonna hurry and finally gets it into Bronner.
Oh boy,
Almost
Abby about
tie
pulled it out of her hand.
Bronner still in the backcourt, goes into the front court, guarded by Rose, man. Jump ball.
Okay.
Alternating possession, it'll stay with Haven.
Next one's the Vikings. Good defense. There was a pressure defense and about turned them over at 90-some feet away and then just about turned them over at half court.
Estelle McGuire will put it in play. Still looking, gets it into Roper. Guarded by Hazelwood. Roper on the dribble. All the way to the baseline, knocked away. And tipped out by the Vikings. It'll stay with Haven. 2:23 left to go. Estelle gets it into Bronner. Almost a steal, but the Vikings triple team and a steal.
Now they're tightening it down, so you don't want to reach anymore.
Abby Rose picks up the foul, her first.
But again, we are trying to corral Estelle as much as we can, and that has worked pretty well.
Get it into Arnold. Arnold, we're going to have to foul, too, pretty quick. Not going to be bashful trying to get the ball away. Arnold trying to get it away. Oh, bad pass to Bronner, but she hangs on to it. And a 30-second timeout by Roper. 2:09 left to go in the 9-point deficit. We'll keep this one right here because we got to talk strategy.
Well, I think one of the things, Vikings just have 4 fouls this half. you could definitely tell them in the timeout huddle, hey, we need steals. So if there's a foul with it, okay, until they get to 7.
Yeah.
Because pretty soon it's 2:09. Time's going to be a factor. 9 points. And you never know. When you do that, if you get your defense pepped up and them a little too fast, you can get some runouts. And Smoky Valley's going to need them.
Yeah, we got to get some turnover to turn into points. So Vikings just told they have 2 timeouts remaining, so they got to be careful of that. Bronner will put it in play.
I mean, we've still just scored 10 points this entire half.
Yeah. Out it goes to Estelle. Now back to Bronner. Yeah, you're going to have to go for the steal. Get the ball loose. Knocked away. Oh,
boy, he thought about that was the Vikings. Thought he might have tipped it off of Reese Roper.
Yeah, it came down. It looked like it came down in her lap and then went out of bounds, but that's just what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I think
obviously.
so.
Get it into Roper, gets it back to Bronner. We're under 2 minutes now to go. And there's a foul by McKinley. You got to do that. You got to.
Actually should be going for the ball rather than just bumping it. Try to go for the ball. Not sure why they're inbounding it over here, but okay, whatever.
Bronner will put it in play. Still looking, gets it into Estelle. Bronner Broxterman right there. Gets it off to Arnold. And
Ellie Brumbaugh on a little payback there. That's what's going on there.
6 fouls now. The next one will be shooting. That'll be the first foul on Ellie Brumbaugh.
Said you jostled me for a quarter and a half here. Have some of it back.
Yep. Needs a minor miracle here. Estelle with it against Broxterman. Gets it off to Arnold. Arnold trying to get it away. Broxterman. Bronner. Knocked away and right back to Bronner. Good defense.
McKinley Johnson, I don't know if she's the one getting the foul. Nope, it's on, McKinley Johnson, but she drew a bloody nose from that, so she's just gone off the floor, and Carrington hacks him back in for her.
So at the free throw line is Bronner. Hit a massive 3 here a little bit ago. 1-1. And missing. Rebound, Broxterman. And throws it away.
Oh, boy.
Bronner knocked it away. Luckily, she got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds, so the Vikings get to keep the ball, but there's only a minute and 30 seconds.
Need to move quickly. Gotta go.
Hazelwood into the front court. Picked up by Arnold. Arnold off to Broxterman. Shot too strong. Rebound, Estelle.
Good play. Drive by Hazelwood. She had it, found her wide open in the lane. She just missed the shot.
Back to Arnold it goes from Estelle. Arnold still on the dribble. Goes to McGuire, Estelle. I thought Brumbaugh was going to knock it away. To Roper. 1 minute left. 1 minute. Got a foul. Knocked away. No. Foul on Hazelwood. That'll be her second.
Bad thing is Roper, pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, she just made 2 a little while ago.
Reese Roper at the line for 1-1.
And she makes another one.
Well, didn't take long to get McKinley Johnson taken care of. She's back in for Abby Rose.
Second Reese Roper free throw, also good. 56 seconds left to go, 40-29. Here's a corner by McKinley, dribbling into double team and tied up and alternating possession. It'll stay with the Vikings. But we're running out of time. 11-point deficit we got to make up in 47 seconds. Nearly impossible. And it goes to Broxterman out near the half-court line.
Well, if anybody was hitting any shots tonight, we'd have a better chance than we do at this point.
McKinley looking for a through. Hazelwood will launch it.
That'll look good. Oh, nope.
And last touch by Haxton, hustling for the rebound. And 35 seconds left to go. Haven basketball. Still trying to get it in. A hold on the Vikings. McKinley Johnson away from the ball.
Really isn't bad because no time goes off the clock if you foul them on the inbounds play. Unless, and of course you hope they miss the dadgum free throw.
Ellie Brumbaugh is a guilty party, not McKinley. I thought it was McKinley. Arnold at the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. And she cashes it in. Second, Carly Arnold. Free throw. No. Rebound Johnson. Out to Haxton. Got to put it in high gear. And Roper trying for the steal. Can't get it. It'll stay with the Vikings. Trying to get it to Ellie Brumbaugh. Our best three-point shooter, but can't find the target. Into Haxton. Haxton off to Brumbaugh.
Need to get this shot off quickly.
After Brumbaugh, 3, Ellie in there. An on-line CPA three-pointer. And it's 32 for the Vikings. Vikings score. We're going to keep this one right here, even though it's a full timeout. Vikings scored 2 free throws. What do I have here? Trying to think when we scored our last point. Back-to-back buckets by Mullen and Rose.
Yes.
Coming at the 4-minute mark. So we hadn't scored until this one coming at the 22nd mark. So just the lack of offense is what's hurt the Vikings.
It has. And credit to Haven's defense on that.
Yep.
They came in with an idea to play physical, and if they got in foul trouble, so be it. They had nothing to lose, and they've just come in here and really played well tonight.
Yep. Credit where credit is due. They played to how the officials were calling it, and they didn't back down, and got it to work their way. Maybe the Viking boys can go to Haven and return the favor tomorrow night.
There you go. Yes.
I see the Haven basketball team. The boys are over there on the corner over there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Haven basketball out of bounds up to the Viking timeout. Trying to get everything sealed up, get a steal on the inbound play. It still goes out of bounds. Roper steps inbounds and gets the ball.
That's a pretty good play.
That's a great play. Roper on the drive off to Bronner. Miss, gets her own rebound. Kick it out to Arnold. 10 seconds, 9, and a bump by Ellie Brumbaugh. And the Haven Wildcats start to celebrate.
Well, they should.
Yep. Arnold at the free throw line made 1 of 2 a little bit ago. Gets 2 on this shot. Missed the first. Second Arnold free throw. Missed them both. Vikings the other way. Quickly up to Brumbaugh. Long 2, Ellie, no. Rebound, Roper. And that's going to do it. Our final score from Smoky Valley Gym. Smoky Valley falls tonight to the Haven Wildcats, 41-32. We'll be back to wrap this one up for you after this 2-minute timeout.
Trust your Smoky Valley real estate needs to Laurie Leonard of Football Banker and Piper Winger Realtors, a Smoky Valley business owner since 1995 and a community volunteer. No one knows the entire Smoky Valley area the way that Maury does. Call her for your real estate needs. Call Maury, call it sold. Carlson Accounting Inc. in Lynchburg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax and e-file services, and business advisory services.
Basketball game tonight, first for the Wildcats, Carly Warner with 3 points, Will Brunner with 2, Brian Brunner with 7.
Lynchburg Community Hospital. 7-day week urgent care is open.
McGuire Estel with 12. Leading the way for the Haven Wildcats was Reese Roper with 17.
Everyone can enjoy the new convenience for those things that can't wait until tomorrow, but aren't serious enough for the emergency room. 7 days a week, urgent care at Lidsmore Community Hospital.
I did mention Breanne Bronner had 7. For the Vikings, Brianna Pretty with 2 points. Abby Rose with 2. Carrington Haxton chipped in with 3 points. Kira Moulton with 4. Adrian Hazelwood with 4. Claire Brocksterman with 5
Coming
points.
up, player of the game, scores from around the area, final stats, and an interview with the coach. This is Smoky Valley Vikings football on 95.5 The Rock.
Smoky Valley Gym, this is the Bank of Tescott Postgame Show, Generations of Confidence, Relationships for Life, member FDIC. Ask about their new KSHSAA checking account in Lindsborg, Salina, Lindsborg, and Tescott. Scoring went like this. First for the Wildcats, Brooke Bronner with 2. 5 for Carolee Arnold. 5 for Brianna Bronner. 12 for McGuire Estel. And 17 points for Reese Roper. She caught fire tonight in the second half. She had 7 at halftime, but added 10 in the second half.
She played like I thought she would play tonight. She had an uncharacteristic game there. She hit 1 3 in the first quarter, and that was it.
Yeah, that was
no
tough.
more points for her, and was a struggle, but they made the Vikings struggle tonight.
2 points for Brianna Pretty, 2 points for Abby Rose, 3 points for Carrington Haxton, 4 points for Kira Mullen, 4 points for Adrian Hazelwood, 5 points for Claire Brocksterman, 6 points for Ellie Brumbaugh, 6 points for McKinley Johnson. A lot of Vikings scored, but just not enough of it.
It just the doggone long dry spell, and I haven't even added up the fourth quarter. We scored 10, and they scored 10, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was those middle two when Haven outscored Smoky Valley 21-7, and you could just see the tightness get worse in the girls, and it happens. You hate it when it does, and you hate it when it's the team you'd like to win, have it happen, but it does, and hats off to Haven. They came in here and did what they needed to do, and they will play Halstead on Thursday night.
Yeah, that's no question about that. They deserved it, they earned it, and they just found a way to get through the Vikings defense and get their offense on track. You said the Vikings certainly have had a tough night of playing. Time now for our Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Something different isn't just a slogan at Next Tech Wireless. They're about our communities because they live here too. Next Tech Wireless is Kansas-based and world-class in supporting their neighbors. They have the latest devices and plans for everyone with friendly, knowledgeable, and local customer service. They're committed to providing the best wireless network in Kansas. Visit one of their 50 locations across Kansas. Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Couple candidates, McKinley Johnson and Ellie Brumbaugh led us in scoring. Claire Broxman just 1 point behind with 5. Claire had over 10 rebounds, so she might be the leading candidate.
Yes, I believe so. 11 rebounds for Claire tonight, 6 of them on the offensive side, and another 5 on the defensive end with 5 points and a couple of bad breaks on shots, or she might have had about 10 points as well and missed a couple of free throws. But she just played solid tonight, and not taking anything away from McKinley or Ellie, but we needed to have a big game inside to combat with McGuire Estel, and she got away a few times, but when we were in man, we did a pretty good job on her.
No question about it. It was she kind of held in check. She had 10 points in that first half, but we still were within just 2 points at halftime. 21-19 was our halftime score, but the Vikings just couldn't get the offense untracked in that third quarter like they've done so many times, to come in and play hard and add to the points. And now Coach Vanderweg on the way out. It's always tough to talk about with somebody on the way out, and tough game tonight for the Vikings, no question about that. Joined now by Coach Larry Vanderweg, and wow, you can't find enough ways to console your team, I'm sure, but second quarter and third quarter just couldn't find the offensive range.
No, couldn't put the ball in the hole. That's what I was afraid of coming into it. I knew they had nowhere to go but up, and they're shooting, and they did. They shot better, and I didn't know if, we didn't shoot real good when we played them at their place, but we scored the same amount of points.
Sure.
And the same thing, our shooting didn't improve, didn't match theirs.
And Reese Roper got hot, too. You knew she was a good scorer.
Yep.
She only scored 3 points in that one, and she got some looks from three. And I know you changed defenses when you put Bree Pretty in to help and maybe sag back a little bit, but give them credit. They found the open shooter.
That's the fear of playing a zone is if you're not out there on the shooters and, get shots and they hit them, and that's what happened. And
it's going to be a night that we'll remember the fire smoke delay that whether that hurt or helped. We came out, they scored a 6-0 run to start the game after that, but then you scored 8-0 to take the lead, and seemed like we went into the end of the first quarter with a 15-10 lead, but they caught fire in that second quarter.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things you got to console your team, and it's always a tough one for the seniors to go out when you're favored to win, but especially playing at home, and nobody has the right answers.
No, and I told them, the record doesn't look like it, but this Haven team is a very good team.
Sure,
that's what I was afraid of. I've been nervous all day because of the ability they have, the matchup they have with Reese on the outside and McGuire or Estelle on the inside, and we struggled, in the first half to stop Estelle. So, focus on her in our zone, and then all of a sudden Reese gets hot on the outside, and that's what good teams do. They have balance inside and outside, and when the ball's falling for them, they're tough to stop, and then we just couldn't match it offensively on our end. So, I can't say enough. Ellie Brumbaugh, McKinley Johnson, Carrington Haxton, and Claire Brocksterman, 4 seniors that really worked hard, played their tail off to the very end, and took this program to another level. That's when I took this program over 3 years ago, it's like, how do we change the culture of Viking basketball, Viking girls basketball? And, every year it's been a step better, and these seniors have led the way in trying to get it there. And so that's what I told the team in the locker room, to the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. Okay, stand on these seniors' shoulders and take it another level next year. That's all we can do.
All you can ask for.
Yeah.
Because your effort was there. Your effort all year long has been there. Even in the games that you failed during the year, we never questioned the heart and the effort of the girls.
Yeah. Yep. It's exactly what I told them in the locker room, too. The effort was there. They're battling. They're playing their guts out. Just when the shots don't fall, they don't fall.
No, they don't. They can't make them go in.
It's like, you keep trying to try different offensive sets or set plays or whatever, and when they don't, and to Haven's credit, their defense was different tonight. And the stuff that didn't bother us or that we were able to have success against down at their place, it didn't work so well tonight.
Yeah, we really didn't allow when they tried to double or triple team the ball down there. We found the open girl and we were on our way. We still didn't hit a lot of shots, but we kept them from hitting any down there, and it looked like it rattled us tonight at times.
Congratulations on a great season, Coach. I know it doesn't feel that way tonight, but you did take the program to another level. We'll be ready for next year.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate all you do for us and for our student athletes. So thank you.
No
congratulations,
about that.
Coach.
Congratulations.
Tough one tonight.
Any final thoughts on the game tonight, Jay?
It just is. It's one of those things, and it happens. You hate it when it happens to the team you want to win, but it seems like every postseason somebody finds the right thing and makes somebody else lose. And credit Haven again. They really scrapped and battled, and like Coach said, it wasn't any lack of effort on our girls' part. It just it didn't go our way. It went their way more often, and they hit some big shots when they had to, and we just didn't.
Boys action tomorrow night. The Viking boys are on the road at Haven tomorrow night, so we'll have that action for you. Tip off at 7 o'clock. Pregame will start about 6:45, and see if the Vikings can return the favor in that bracket tomorrow night. They've got the number 6 seed, I believe,
Well, and
Heston's the 1 seed, Halstead the 8 seed, and the boys, Gypsum Southeast of Saline is the 4 seed. They play Ellsworth. Lions is the 2 seed. They play Kingman, and Haven, the 3 seed, plays our Smoky Valley Vikings. So we'll have that for you tomorrow night. For Jared, back at the station, any final thoughts? Nope.
Well, the rest of them, Heston did beat Ellsworth 59-29. Halstead took care of Lions 43-29, and Southeast beat Kingman 55-31. So those teams advance, and Haven will play Halstead on Thursday.
That'll wrap it up for Jared back at the station. For Mike, who's done a yeoman's job of providing the live.smokyvalley.org. For Jay, this is Don wishing everybody a very pleasant good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow night from Haven. Take care, everyone. Good night.
If it's game day, it's on at the Old